That's a box of Siobhan's things. They sent it to me after she had no family, so her effects came to me. But I've been too much of a coward to open it.
I'm sorry.
No. It's high time I dealt with it. Only God knows what's in here.
Would you like me to leave?
No. I'd like you to stay. If we're strong enough to face our future, we'll have to be strong enough to face our past. Right?
Sure are going downhill. First, there was that ultra-romantic black lace wedding to Carlo. And then my regal entrance on the barge in Central Park to Asa. Then the small little demure ceremony in Asa's mansion.
Well, come on now, Alex. You aren't having second thoughts again now, are you?
You must know where Asa is, Nigel. You decoyed us while he slipped out of the house.
I'm terribly sorry, but I don't know where my grandpapa has gone.
Oh, come on, will you stop with the grandpapa stuff? Asa is not wacko, and he never was. But he is about to make the biggest mistake of his life, so you've got to tell us where he is. Please!
Commissioner Buchanan, please. Tell him it's Red Dog.
There was something which could have presented serious problems for me.
Something on paper.
Yeah, it's really nothing important, I don't think. It's something you would hardly notice if you weren't looking for it. An Irish air. Ah, Antonio. You're nicely turned out.
Well, it looks like it's gonna be some party, Carlo.
Oh, this? Barely the necessities for a secret wedding. Oh, this is even a coffee break compared to what I'll be arranging when Alex and my wedding go public. And the impending arrival of my son.
Oh, I'm sure you and the new Mrs. Hesser are gonna be quite happy together.
No, I'm sure. Oh, yes. Antonio, it seems I'm getting everything in life I wanted. A beautiful wife, an untouchable empire, and an heir to pass it on to. And let us not forget the destruction of a man who stood in my way. To my absent enemies.
You know, they just don't make them like they used to. Put a man on the moon, but can't get a simple pencil sharpened. So, how's that Pulitzer Prize-winning expose coming along?
Oh, it's coming.
Well, that's good. Keeping it close to the vest. Good idea. And don't feel obligated to me for single-handedly saving your career from ruin after Todd fired you. No. No, sirree, ma'am. Don't you feel guilty that I jeopardized my own relationship with my mother?
All right. I followed Brian's advice.
Yeah, huh?
And I tracked the money from the city operating funds that Alex is siphoning off.
And where does it lead?
To Alex's private account at the Lantano Savings and Loans, where a VP launders it, and it turns up as a money order for an unnamed woman.
An unnamed woman. Just the thing to have for a great story. So, who is this unnamed woman?
Kevin,
What's her
I'm
name?
going to find out soon enough when the VP calls me and tells me she's there to make another pickup.
A bank that gives confidential information to reporters? Talk about full-service banking. I can't even get steak knives from that.
Reporters know. Beleaguered secretaries, yes.
Beleaguered secretary?
Oh, you've got to help me, you see. I wrote out a check on the wrong account and I didn't have enough money for it. And when that woman comes to pick up the money order, there won't be any money there. And then she's going to call the mayor and she'll complain and I'll get fired. And you've got to help me, please, please. When that woman comes, I got to tell her what happened, please.
Cassie,
Please,
that is
you gotta-
really low. You know, a guy would never get away with that.
A guy would never think of it.
True. Or a much nobler breed.
Ha.
Anyway, I'm very proud of you. But if you still want to remain the sweet and innocent girl that everybody thinks you are, don't tell the powers that be how you got your information, okay?
Here we go. Hey, look who I found loitering out in front.
Oh, what a nice surprise! What a nice surprise! No, of course I'm not changing my mind. I love Carlo Hesser. And I hate being alone.
Well, yes. It's a lonely world out there, especially without any money to keep you company. Which reminds me, our contact is having a little trouble making ends meet. She wants another 5G.
Again?
Well, those Lamaze classes really add up.
I gave her $5,000 last week, RJ.
Alex, what do you want from me? What can I tell you? When you step outside the law, the only law that's left is that of supply and demand. Now, she's got the supply, so she can demand whatever she wants.
It's highway robbery. Well, I'm sure glad that I'm the mayor. Having had access to city funds has helped get me through this brief interruption in my cash flow. I haven't had to touch my own little tiny nest egg at all. Albeit tiny little nest egg that it is. After I'm married to Carlo, I'm going to put the money back that I borrowed from the city immediately. And I'll have this check messengered over to the vice president of the Lantano County Savings and Loan. So what's-her-face can pick it up.
Emily.
Emily. So, what's in the bag?
Well, today would have been much more interesting had I been the groom, but since I'm the bridesmaid...
Oh, that was so sweet of you. RJ, I want to thank you for being such a wonderful friend to me during all this unpleasantness.
Well, it's almost over. Now, your personal limo is waiting downstairs, as is your personal judge. So, if Madame is ready.
I'm sorry, I know nothing about Madame's wedding plans or where Grandpapa has gone.
Nigel, he's not your grandpapa.
And in any event, there's the butler's code of silence, you know.
The butler's code of silence?
Oh, yes, compared to us, the mafia, a bunch of blabbermouths.
Nigel, come on. This is important.
Hey,
Sorry I couldn't get here sooner.
Oh, God, I'm sorry. I wasn't around to help out with Drew and Becky Lee. You'll have to excuse us. We've only had a few phone calls between us and I was going on last night. God. You okay?
I'm much better now, yeah. Honey, listen. I wish you hadn't heard the news from Becky Lee. It should have come from me.
It should have come from Drew.
Well, that's exactly right from the beginning. Cord, you heard about this?
Yeah. Yeah, Nora filled me in on some of the details in between our interrogation sessions of little buckaroo over here.
How long has Asa been missing?
Since just before I called you.
We think he went to Alex's wedding. Only problem is we don't know where that is. I think Nigel knows, but if he does, he's not saying.
I'm terribly sorry. I really wish I could assist you, but I haven't the foggiest.
See, that's what he keeps saying.
Well, interrogation is a very sensitive, complex process. It takes a trained professional to understand its subtle nuances. Nigel! Where's the wedding?
On the Oltl Marina at noon.
Anything else?
It's a buffet-style luncheon, seafood mostly, clams, casino, shrimp cocktail.
Okay, that's enough. That's enough. Nigel, thank you. I'm sorry.
So now.
Let's go.
Oh, a little, some herring, I think. I hope. Good luck.
I have earned this moment in my life. And tonight, I intend to enjoy the fruits of my labor. Alex is an intoxicating woman. I remember the last time we got married. We found a new use for every piece of furniture in the house. To come in contact with such a force of nature, such as her.
It's getting a little stuffy in here. I'm gonna open a window.
Portholes, Antonio, portholes. Obviously, you've never been on a boat before.
How could I be so stupid? Portholes. Angel Square, yacht clubs, they...
You'll get used to it. You'll get used to it.
Right. Shouldn't Mary Buchanan be coming down the stairs?
Don't call her that ever again, my friend. No, no. This is between us for the moment. Once our marriage becomes public, this whole city will be calling her by her proper title. Mayor Alexandra Hesser.
Here is a symbol of Siobhan, if there ever was one. She taught music history at the college. Words and music. So people called it. Words and music. Her passion was anything that was ancient or traditional. And I don't think there's anything more traditional than an old Irish flute. Look at that. She was a demon with a needle and thread. I remember when she made this one.
It's all right, Patrick.
No, it's not. No, it's not, all right. This truly is an evil world if it has no room in it for Siobhan Connolly.
I just meant it's all right. It's all right for you to talk about this with me.
Yeah, so River and I were headed out for a very adult kind of, you know, lunch. And we were leaving the house and discovered that you'd left your battery for the computer at home. So we just, you know, thought we'd stop by.
Oh, you can keep practicing that. And however it happened, I'm so happy you guys stopped by. It makes me want to think if I could go out to lunch with you.
Well, you know, River told me that he'd be more than happy to share, you know, some of his ice cream with you if you came along.
Honey, I can't. I'm expecting a call.
It's okay. No, hey, we understand. No problem at all. No problem.
I don't know. You know, that call probably won't come until later, so... Hey, what do you say I horn in on your lunch with Freddie, okay?
Did you hear that?
Come on, let's get out of here.
Wonderful.
Leave that pencil. We'll do that later.
Okay.
I've got your card.
Well, see you, Vicky.
See you later.
RJ, you look positively radiant.
Naturally.
Your Honor, you're looking nervous. And you, my love, are looking radiant and nervous.
This is a big moment.
It certainly is. Your Honor, may I introduce my best man, Mr. Antonio Vega?
Judge Palmer.
Nice to meet you.
Well, before we get started, if anyone is hungry, there's food, drink. Help yourselves, please. Alex, may I speak with you? You are aglow. Our child is growing within you. You are aglow. A man can tell those things. It's like a sixth sense.
That's good. Should we be getting started now?
Absolutely. Judge, have you finished eating?
Oh, yes. Yes, certainly. Would you like to proceed with the ceremony?
Yes, I would.
Very well, then. Dearly beloved, marriage is not to be entered into unadvisedly or lightly, but reverently, deliberately, and in accordance with the purposes for which it was instituted by God. Into this holy union, Carlo Hesser and Alex Olenov Hesser Buchanan, Hesser, yes, come to be joined. If any of you can show just cause why they may not lawfully be married, speak now or else forever hold your peace.
I won't be having too many more days like this for a while. It's lucky for me that you guys came along.
Well, it's lucky for us you left that battery at home.
That's the only reason you came by.
Yeah. What else could it be?
Oh, nothing. You know, just, you know, if you're asking, if you're wondering, I'm not having any trouble working with Kevin.
Good. Good. Oh, you okay? Listen, Cass, I trust you. And I admit, I've had a lot of trouble with the rivalry between you and Kevin, but I can see that things have changed.
Yes, things have changed. We're no longer rivals, for one thing. Maybe that's why it's working out. But it is great to be back at the Banner, even if it is as a freelancer.
Good. There was one thing that, I do need to talk to you about it.
Oh?
Yeah, listen, River and I, we had a talk. We did, you know, and we decided that we couldn't have this, you know, adult lunch unless we invited the most beautiful, the most intelligent woman in the world.
So you changed your mind and you settled for me, huh?
What the hell? Metro. No, I'm sorry. Cassie Carpenter stepped away for a moment. May I take a message? That's okay. That's okay. I'm one of her co-workers. I know all about the little mess. She is? Great. Hey, could you do me a favor, please? Could you delay her somehow? I will be right down. Thank you.
By the power vested in me by the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, I now pronounce you husband and wife. Oh, wait, one moment.
Yes?
Before you kiss the new Mrs. Hesser, she has something she wants to share with you.
Well, just a few words, honey. I thought the Song of Songs would show you the depth of my love and devotion. He brought me to the banquet room, and his banner of love was over me. Sustain me with raisin cakes, refreshment with apples, for I am faint with love. His left hand was under my head, and his right arm embraced me. I adjure you, O maidens of Jerusalem, by gazelles or by hinds of the field. Do not wake or arouse love until it wakes.
Somebody better put a sock on that wailing coyote before it spooks the cattle.
Who the hell let this crazy hillbilly on my yacht?
You are crazy. I'll show you crazy. Oh, 3 against 1. Those are your kind of odds, aren't they? Me, I do all my fighting myself.
Not if we have anything to say about it.
Where the hell did you come from?
Now, what the hell is going on here? That's what I want to know. Where did you come from?
be a secret?
Oh, this isn't the way to stop Hesser, all right?
Both right. Come on, let's go home.
Why should I? I haven't had my fun yet.
Oh, Asa, please. Now, everybody, just get him out of here right now. Get this crazy ex-husband of mine out of here, and all of you leave.
All right, I'll go. I would just like to give the bride something to remember me by.
Here. Didn't I get any calls?
Nope. No, wait. There was one. Kevin got it for you.
Kevin? Oh. Where is he?
He took off right after the call.
Did he say where he was going?
Kevin?
I'm gonna kill him. The minute I see him, I am going to kill him.
There you are.
Excuse me?
Sorry, but you've left your pen in the bank across the street.
The banner. This isn't mine.
Oh. Sorry.
That's all right.
Well, thank you. Nice day, though, huh?
It'll do.
This town was made for fall weather, don't you think?
I wouldn't know.
Are you new here?
Brand new.
Excuse me. You and your husband putting down roots here?
Who said I was married?
Not me. I'm sorry. No, far be it for me to impose an unwanted husband upon you. Now, there's plenty of ways to raise a child these days. You deserve a lot of credit.
It's not mine.
It sure seems that way.
I mean, well, that's not what I mean. You know, I'm having the baby for someone else.
Like a surrogate mom?
Yeah. Sort of like that. I gotta get going now. Nice meeting you.
Yeah, you too.
You piece of slime. You crazy
No, Alex.
lunatic.
I'm not crazy. I never was crazy. But I knew if you two thought I was, you'd come slithering out from under a rock like a couple of snakes on a honeymoon. She's all yours, Papa.
I will destroy you.
Oh, Hesse, you already tried that. Did you really think you could take my money, go after my family, my business, steal my wife, and get away with it? My daddy once told me, you want to be a horse thief, son? Make sure you steal the fastest horse in town.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm sure you don't. Come on, boys, time to saddle up.
Buchanan!
Oh, you ready, Carlo? Because I am. Let's go.
From the moment she died, I was a man on the run. Trying to keep that coded sheet music she gave me from the very hands that killed her. Trying to stay alive myself. I held her in my arms as the life poured out of her.
Hey. Try not to think about how she died. Think about how she lived. What was she like?
What was she like? Siobhan was a very private person, very independent, and very, very wise. She knew more about the soul of Ireland than I ever will.
No wonder she cares so much about the Irish peace.
The Irish peace. The Irish peace. I remember it'd be a whole group of us sitting in a local pub, talking about the Irish peace, talking about the troubles with the homeland. And she would be very quiet as we were talking. Kept talking and talking. See, I've learned that talking about peace is as ineffectual as talking about war. The readiness is all. I can't forget about her life. And I can't get on with mine until Carlo Hesser's behind bars or in his grave.
For lunch? My story?
Is that the thanks I get for saving your career again?
Oh, saving it.
You bet. You see, while you were out indulging in domestic bliss, I was out securing our one and only chance. Your one and only chance to talk to Emily.
Who's Emily?
Come here. Mom, Dad, Cassie and I have some news for you, some headline news.
Oh, my favorite kind. What is it?
Well, it seems that I just met a woman who's been getting regular payoffs from Alex. City money, laundered through a local bank.
That's Emily.
That's Emily.
Did she tell you what the money was for?
Yes, she did.
Well, come on out with it, Kevin.
Okay, it's for a very unusual and rare commodity that only Emily can provide. A baby.
A baby? Alex is buying a baby?
No postage, no handling.
Why would Alex want a baby? That doesn't make any sense.
No, it makes perfect sense. Well, you can't fake a pregnancy forever now, can you? Sooner or later, there has to be a payoff.
Stop! You get away from my husband! Don't you think you've betrayed me enough?
Me? I betrayed you?
Yes, Asa. I loved you. I devoted my life to your life. I cried myself to sleep at night because I thought you had lost your mind. And now to think it's some cruel, sick joke. You get out of here. I have a new, wonderful husband who would never lie or deceive me.
Don't you dare ever talk about lies and deception, women. Who's walking around with a pillow under her dress claiming she's pregnant? Me? She didn't tell you about the little trip to the hospital, did she, Hessa? When she had her tubes tied. Sucker! Get out of here! All of you! No!
Does this seem strange to you? Us being here together for the first time without having to feel guilty. And I'm talking about another woman. Talking about Siobhan in Ireland and how she used to run through the field. Margaret, in my heart I know that you're the woman I love.
No, it doesn't seem strange. Because I think we both understand the difference between the love you feel for someone you think the world of and the love you feel for someone without even thinking at all.
Thank you. Well, I guess in a way I'm glad we opened this box. An old bookworm like myself should know that you can't close a chapter until you're done reading it. I'll give this to the music department. And the books, I'll give to the library. But I will hold on to this. To remind me of the work that Siobhan did when she was still alive. And the work she left for us to finish.
Oh, my God, what a story. There's tomorrow's front page, 3 columns. I want Carlos...
Kevin! We're holding.
But, Dad, we've got...
You've got nothing. All you've got is Brian's tip-off and Emily's story. So it's going to be the word of the mayor against a disgruntled employee and what seems to be a very mixed-up young lady. Now, we need something concrete. You know, canceled checks, a check stub, or at least an account number where we can check out the signature cards. Then, maybe, I'll run it.
And in the meantime, if Todd Manning gets wind of this, you think he's going to sit on it?
Probably not. But that's the difference between Todd and myself. I run a newspaper. And without proof, you don't have news. All you've got is rumor. And God help Landview the day that the person sitting in my desk doesn't know the difference. Excuse me.
You.
Stop. You. I know. He's right. He's right. I hate it. But we can do this. Think, where would Alex keep a record of this? Her office?
No, because Brian would know if she did.
Well, she doesn't have anything left at my grandfather's house. The family saw to that.
Well, she just moved into the Palace Hotel. Maybe she has some evidence there, but if she does, Kevin, what am I supposed to do?
Well, you're the reporter with a need to know, right?
Right.
Well, how great is your need?
Oh, come on, Kevin, quit playing word games with me.
Cassie, I'm not going to do your job for you. Think. You want what's in Alex's hotel room, right? So, you're obviously going to have to go in there and get it.
You heard the man. I suggest you leave.
Yeah, I never listened to Carlo Hesser. Why would I listen to one of his punks?
Come on, Asa. I think it's time we went home.
Why not? My business is finished here. One question. Judge, you did finish the ceremony, right?
I did.
These two are hitched, all legal-like, can't be undone?
It's the law.
She's all yours, Hesser. Till death do you part.
Well, congratulations, everybody. Carl, I gotta hand it to you. This was not a boring wedding.
The man wants you gone.
If you need a quickie divorce, I don't know any good lawyers, but I do know a judge who can speed things right along.
Commissioner, if I could have a word with you.
Carlo, I know I like you. But I felt like I had to. I had this operation, and I thought you were going to die, and I just am so happy that everything's out in the open now. Because I didn't want to lie to you. I want us to be happy as husband and wife.
All my life, I've lived by only one rule. The only rule I ever needed. No one. No one ever betrays me.